All right, what is going on, everyone, and welcome back to the Elder Scrolls Online. So today, I wanted to go back into the Maelstrom arena simply because I haven't done this in years and just wanted to see like if I could still do it. And yeah, it's been so long. I remember when this came out with Rothgar in like 2015, and it was a struggle. But then now here we are, like 10 years later, seeing if we could do it. Eventually, I actually want to do this on all the classes. I can do it on a few of them, but I just never bothered to do it on the other ones. So I guess we'll start with the Sorc. Like, let me see. Under the achievements, Maelstrom. Yeah, I completed all of this in 2016. My flawless run. Man, it's actually really wild to see that I've been playing this game since 2014. And yeah, I think all these achievements came out like later because I did this on a different character a while back, and then remember how achievements became account wide, so I guess that's what happened. So yeah, I guess we're gonna try this on, I guess, the default Oaken Sorc, simply because I want to try out a few things. I also made a new skill. This is the Warding Burst. In theory, this one is better on, you know, tanks and healers, but I figured for a solo run, let's see. I don't remember how good pets were in Maelstrom, but I don't think it hurts. But either way, the goal is mostly to see if I even remember the spawns and everything. Can't believe it. Been so many years. Because I know the way it works in terms of like high score pushes is basically time is everything, and obviously not using sigils, but knowing the spawn points is probably the key factor in score pushing, and I don't actually remember all of them. It's actually pretty funny. Like, Oaken Sorc is generally considered really good. Is it the best? No. I still want to see if I could just like one button my way through most of Maelstrom, or all of Maelstrom Arena.
Pay attention, you louts. You might learn something.
Embrace your death.
I feel like there's a better thing to use than Daedric Prey. Like, this, it feels like it's more for bosses than anything. But for all the trash on the side, it should be like something else. Oh, that ward your pets too. That's awesome.
See, my minions? This is how it's done.
If I was on an Arcanist, this would have been nuked already. Oh god. Okay, pets still not the greatest when they stand in stupid.
No! We kill them all! The challenger is triumphant!
I think I still need sticker book in here, but I'm not sure what or how many. Okay, so for this arena, here's what I remember. You stand in the center of, like, you see the switches? Because things will come to you left and right of the 3 spawns. And you basically... This one was a difficult one when I first started, just because, like, I didn't know the blades and stuff. But in theory, you just stand in the center, look left and right, sometimes ahead, and should be good. You just move in and out based on the blade, so you don't eat too many stacks of the bleed.
The challenger approaches. Release the defenders.
But yeah, that was one thing I learned over the years. You don't have to actually move around too much. You could obviously hit the switches to stop the blades. And I think the center turns yellow or like a heal instead of a damage. But ultimately just kill things.
Behold, vile monstrosities, imported for your entertainment.
That's a 9 stack of is that a 21 stack of bleed? Okay, wanted to get that bleed stack on. There is a way to actually hard burn this one. Like, I think the trick is to make it do the burst and then burn it down in time, but I don't. Okay, got one. I don't think I could get the other two. It's gonna go 50-50 and then shield up. I just needed to either steam or cone.
That's one where it counts.
I'm also trying to lose the blade stacks. Got it. So, like, usually the thing will go into shield mode equally. So, like, you kill it at certain percentages. But since we burned the first one, obviously the trick is to burn all 3 of them before they go into shield. But it doesn't happen like that.
Oh, I've never seen anything. Did you see that?
And then, if you can't do it, just try to stack them. So, like, when they go down, it's not too bad.
Wins. That was one for the record book.
I don't think this Oaken Sword, like, it's obviously not bad, but it's not like highest burst damage. So the trick for this one is mostly just stay on one island and then range it down. If you're a melee, things will come to you. Just know the priority islands.
You are not worthy to gaze upon her.
I remember when I first did this, I played on a stamina character back when, like, it was more stam magic instead of everything is universal. So I was more melee versus ranged then, and it was a little bit harder, but I guess now with power creep and everything.
Slaughter you. This next bout should be memorable.
But yeah, the trick is stay on one island. Try to stay near wherever the mini boss spawns. Get that one and the wave is done.
Looks promising.
the mini boss is over there. I probably should have saved the ult for the boss, which is, I believe, next wave.
The bigger they come, but you know the rest. I will slay you myself.
The only thing you really need to worry about is the scream, and whenever there are too many ads coming up, try to kill those or just burst it down. If you just walk in a circle, you should in theory never get hit by the scream. Okay, so this is probably... Oh wait, never mind, not this stage. Next one. This one is definitely not pet friendly. The boss will like nuke your pets.
Grovel and I'll kill you quickly.
It's sad that Sworks, like, you kind of have to use it. I wish we could go back into the old times of when pets are just nice, but they weren't like the main build. Even Stam these days, you still use it. Always try to focus the spheres first, and then when they do the line of lightning, just sidestep out of it. I used to be a one-shot back in the day before power creep hit.
This one is the true champion here. I need healing.
Getting the spheres is not as much of a big deal as before.
So far, so good. But the worst is yet to come. That does it. This is all but over.
Yeah, definitely don't get hit by the double line. It's not good. I'm gonna save my ult for the next boss.
You've entered the ring. We've prepared a giant.
So what you do for this one, if you can't burst it down in like 5 seconds, is you stand in a green light. It's easier to go from the outside looking in. That way, when you can actually see things, but if you're playing a pet Sorc, it's not great.
Oh, such brutality.
Let's have a real fight here.
I should do this with Arcanist and just see how fast I melt things faster in another class. This is one where I think most people will get stopped at, like the first time you do it, simply because it's just like you actually do mechanics. And you have to actually watch out for boss health bars and percentages. So, for the most part, water will hurt you. Try not to stand in it too long.
What a trophy.
Whenever you see a troll, you actually have to kill them if they break the platforms, or if they channel for too long, they'll break a platform.
Hunted one, now you die.
You've done well so far. Now, however,
Making sure they don't destroy a platform is like the highest priority. The boss is coming out.
done with this arena yet.
And it probably doesn't hurt to have another defensive. I was gonna swap to Ellie for more damage, but here is probably fine.
That's how it's done. I'll wager that will leave a mark. Time for somebody to start making out a will. Run and hide, pray.
So don't stand in the front of the cleave, and you should be good, or at least don't eat it anyway.
I wish I'd placed a side wager on this.
And save my ult. Sidestep it. You can take the kicks, but not the frontal. So for the final boss, I like to start on this island and go like to that 1 second.
That's approaching.
So when she screams and goes red, this is like the important part. You really got to make sure that the platform does not break, because you want the boss to do it instead. When she turns red like that, that's when you know you have to go. This is a DPS thing, but at the same time, it's also management more than anything. So once she like turns red, that's when you move.
Decorate my wall. Another thrilling
Oof.
I'm sorry.
So yeah, it's more management than like hard burning, because she will like break the platform. So that one was the one that I think a lot of people will struggle on the first time. Here, this one is a light stage, so basically the Horvers, what you do is when you see a webbed obelisk, you basically light them all up. And then once you hit all 5 of them, like all 5 obelisks are open, it'll put a, I guess, a debuff on the enemy, but it also stuns them, so like they don't move for like what, 5-10 seconds or something like that. And so generally you want to save for them, but when there's like a boss or something. I don't know how to min-max it or like how to time it properly. I just kind of burn things, and then whenever you see the spiders come out, you just bring them towards an open light, and they just run away, so you don't have to kill them. Web spinner means they're trying to turn the light back to like a web version and not like the open one. You just want to prevent that from happening. I generally like to keep 4 of them open, just so like if I need to, I can get the 5th one on emergency. That took longer than I should have, to be honest.
There's more where that came from. Now you will feel pain.
So yeah, when you hit all 5 lights, basically anything that spawns will be stunned for a little bit and they can't attack. That's your burst window. But you should use it like on actually important things. Okay, so let me just line up 4 of them again.
What next? I love the anticipation.
Where's the Horribora at? You know, I popped the ult at the wrong time again. Okay, so the boss is coming out. Usually you could burst it in 1 cycle here. If I was smart and saved my ult, that would have been nice. But here we are. "23 minutes. Oh my god. I'm washed." So this is also the second stage that I think people will get caught up on. Simply because it's a lot more management and you have to watch the plants. So I'll tell you what I do. So So you see the puddles over here. These are your cleanse puddles. If you get poisoned, you stand in it. You get 2 of them. So you see these little plants right here, right? You want them to be on the outer edge, and you can't really control where they spawn, but you can make sure they're not in the middle, which is the important part. Venom colors are ones that like pop all the plants, so that's why you don't want them to be in the center. You focus them as high priority. And so when you see them, pop them and then roll out. And then when you get poisoned, you cleanse it. Venom collars will always spawn on the pads. So if you see one spawning at like a non-normal spot, it's because of that. So usually I just try to like go in and then go out and get rid of the poison ones in the inner circle. The way you could look at that if you're on console, and it just looks like when he's about to shoot a lightning ball, you just roll. I have a feeling if I were to mess up and die, it would be on this stage. So this one is tricky because it spawns a lot of archers and also with the plants and everything. So want to make sure you have like, you focus one down first or you shield up. Double trolls. Probably should have saved my ult there once again, like 3 times in a row. There's a way you could burst that without the phase. I don't remember how. It's been a while. Boss should spawn here. So there's 2 ways to do this. You can interrupt when he goes enraged, or you could kill one of the menders and then stand in a bubble. Don't get too close to him. We'll like chomp you, and then that kind of hurts a little bit. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is kill one of the minders, and then you stand in here.
A telling blow.
Because if you interrupt him, you get more of a burst window, but he's enraged, which makes it like more one-shot prone. So what I did was like, I guess, a safer strat.
Yes, indeed. The challenger wins. What an exciting bout. Now, the cleansing flame of the Igneous Cistern.
So the priorities here are going to be the Kindgalds because they channel, and that's bad. So like the Kindgalds will do the channel one. If you don't burst it fast enough or interrupt, they will actually just 100 to 0 your health. So the mechanic for this stage is basically you pop the pillar before you can burst down the mini boss on the side. And the final boss would be a timed one. So anti-Sork. Kindgald spawns here, I believe. Yeah. I've run Maelstrom literally hundreds of times in my day, but it's been years since I've done that, so the fact that I even remember some of these spawns is kind of wild, but I don't really. Third wave should be like right here, the Kindgald.
Behold, vile monstrosities, imported for
No,
your
Kindgald
taste.
is later on. Two-hander is the one to look at. The other two are healers.
The Maelstrom Arena. There's nothing like it in all Oblivion. You're not done with this arena yet.
Kind of want to save my ult for the mini. So this one is like a Dragon Knight, and it'll chain you in if you're too far away, and then drop a standard, which is the DK ult banner. And so that one kind of hurts if you don't know what you're doing. So going up into the final fight, you basically break all three pillars, and then that's when the boss becomes vulnerable.
Soon you'll be soot and ash.
I used to be able to burst window this in one cycle. I don't think I'll be able to. This build at least. Gah! Washed. So I just have to make sure to watch for Kindgald spawns, which I believe are on the left side.
The challenger
Never mind.
succeeds
Power
with
creep.
ammo winner.
Final arena. Obviously, people get stuck on here all the time, or at least they did. So the mechanic for this one are you ignore the white ghosts flying around, but you pick up the gold ghosts because they give you a buff, but if the enemy gets it, they get buffed as well. So gold one, you get 3 stacks and you'll be able to do a burst. And that, you know how like the lights in the other stage that we talked about? It basically does that. Where the healers healing each other. Easy. Crematorial guard should be high priority. They used to do a lot more damage, well, before everyone had a lot of health, and you would just have to like kite them. Nowadays, I think you can face tank it. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it, but I think you can.
Look at the pathetic mortal.
So yeah, we got 3 for the spectral explosion. Oh shit, that's what it does. It basically CCs all of them. You ideally want to use that on certain like waves. Like the crematorial guards are good ones to stop them in, but like nowadays, unless you're going for like score and everything, it's less relevant. Ogrims will CC you if they get that. Oh, this is round 3? I thought that was round 2. Okay. I think we can finish this in 10 minutes. That was a good spot to pop one of them. That one just kind of is kind of tanky.
You shall know pain.
So if you, the people who do score pushes, they hold 3 ghosts at the right time, and then just pop the boss in like the first phase. No, yoink. Did I really need it? No. Was it just nice to have? Yeah. So I have 2 out of 3 ghost stacks. I believe this one is an Ash Titan boss. And what you want to do is make sure to get the ones that are running towards the center, because they will summon a Bone Colossus if you take too long. So I do have a Spectral Burst, I think. Did I? Oh my god, I accidentally took a sigil instead. Minus 750. Doing so well. I think an Ogrim spawned.
This one's ugly, even for a mortal.
I can't believe that's... I took a sigil. I meant to hit the burst. I didn't even take a good sigil either. But yeah, these are channeling. You just don't really want it to spawn the thing. Okay, well. Minus 750 on accident, one game. This one is the Ash Titan. So I got 2 out of 3 ghosts. Back in the day, I would actually take a sigil for this one. Couldn't burst it down fast enough. Also, it's kind of annoying if you have to do this again. I think the Ogrim spawns here, yeah. Alright, so final boss stage.
You can die. We Daedra cannot.
So what you want to do is you could burst it down even further. We could interrupt it. So what you do when the little clan fear comes out, you see these little pads that are glowing. You want to like nuke them on the pad, and then you go up. So you see this wall, you want to stay behind it when it does the burst, otherwise you just get knocked off. Aside from that, kill the crystals. It's easier if you just look at it. If like you're playing console, don't have add-ons, you just look at this one. Whatever you do, you don't let the boss take the gold. Literally do anything but let him take the buff. I'm still mad that I took the sigil accidentally. Oh my god. I think I filled out all the sticker book. I filled out all the perfected weapons that is. I think I got like. I still need regular ones. Ugh, that is not a pretty time. Like, let me see the leaderboard. What is the weekly? The weekly is Maelstrom. 572. Rank 5. Yeah, I think I've definitely done better. Obviously, I would have gotten another plus 750 if I didn't take that dumb sigil on accident. If I didn't play a Sorc. I think my highest is like a little under 600. But, I mean, for a first time back in a long time. 580. Yeah, 570 for a first time back in a while. Not too bad. I'll take it. But anyway, with that said, I know I could do better, but like, I also had 2 defensive skills. If I wanted to go more burst damage, I would have put this one on. Maybe an interrupt if I wanted to as well. But overall, that was pretty fun. So just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys had a good time here, learned something maybe. And yeah, Oaken Sorc, 1 button, more or less. That's it. I don't think you need the warding shield. I think I just put this on to play with it, but you could realistically put this one on for more damage. Obviously crit surge if you feel like, if you don't have the healing thing. Hurricane for more defensive, executes for more damage. Crystal frags to burst more. But yeah, those are some other alternatives, and I guess that's it for today. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys later. Peace.